This week we've got a couple really exciting updates, including one where I'm going to dive into how you can take a news feed, basically a real-time news feed, and convert it into newsletters automatically and send them out to your audience via email inside of HighLevel. Guys, you are not going to want to miss this week's weekly breakdown coming right up. All right, guys, first up this week is some updates to the phone function inside of HighLevel. So the calling function, mainly the reporting related to calls. So now we have the ability, when we are looking at inbound phone calls, we have the ability to see who picked up that phone call. And whether it was picked up by a user within the system, so picked up through the app, or it was picked up by a phone, meaning the call was forwarded and then picked up. So I have a little breakdown here. I'll jump in. If we go right here, this is what it looks like in real time, right? So if I look at one of our existing clients here, or our existing conversations here, we have an inbound call. If I click on this and I click on details, I can see that this call was forwarded to Corey's phone number and Corey picked it up. Not that it was picked up through the app. So a little bit of interesting information there. There's also a bug fix related to picking the call status. So it used to be that whatever the system would detect would override the call status that you select when you're making outbound calls. That is no longer the case. Now it'll automatically detect what's going on with the call and provide an automatic disposition, but the manual one that you pick when you're going through the dialer will supersede that. So this is kind of a cool bump lift in functionality to the power dialer into calling phones and calling inside HighLevel. All right, speaking of calling, we now have this really cool program that HighLevel's been talking about for a couple weeks now called the A2P Fast Track program. Now, in order to leverage this, you don't have to do anything. This is something that HighLevel has worked out with Twilio on their side. This is a full registration, right? Not the partial registration, not the one phone number sole prop registration. This is full registration. They've limited their turn times now to more like 2 to 3 working days, from 5 to 7 is what the average had been. So now the fastest possible way for you to be up and running and A2P approved is through HighLevel, namely through an agency that is using HighLevel. Obviously, if you don't have that experience yourself, this is really cool. If we go in here, it says effective November 1st. LC phone system will be a part of the A2P Fast Track. A new billing category will be introduced, A2P Fast Track. You'll automatically incur an additional $3 to cover Fast Track processing, whereas agencies used to be $285 per campaign. So I don't know if that means it's going to be $585 or if that means it's increased to $3 from $285. Either way, negligible. Most people only need one A2P campaign. Charges have been accommodated, similar to blah blah blah, and that's it. That's all the information they gave us. Let's go ahead and look at the changelog really quick and see if they gave us anything else. Low volume standard. I acknowledge A2P Fast Track. Blah blah blah. Okay, gotcha. So it doesn't look like there's an option really. You're going to be, you're on the fast track whether you like it or not. But again, look at this. New feature reduces the time required to approve A2P campaigns from 7 to 10 days to a maximum of 3 working days. So this is really, really cool for those of you guys that want to get up and running quickly. If you guys are transferring CRMs or, we're all in a hurry, right? So really cool update from the HighLevel team on this one. All right, next up, we've got some new templates this week. Only this week, I want to show you our templates inside the ad manager. Did you guys know? I know that I've showed this a couple times, but I don't know that I've ever actually gotten to go into the ad manager because I had that issue trying to link up my Facebook ads account. Well, we got that figured out. And so did you guys know that you guys have templates that you guys can access? Facebook ad campaign templates in here. There are a couple for mortgage. Again, be careful using these. If you're the first one to use it, I'm sure it's fine. But otherwise, after that, it'll get really, you'll be looking funny pretty quickly. If we go to financial, there's only 2 different mortgage ones. So there's one in financial, one in real estate. You have free appraisal with a mortgage pre-approval. And then you have another one in here, enjoy no closing costs on your new home loan. I think that was it. 1, 2, credit repair, but that's not the same. So yeah, you got 2 different mortgage ones here. Again, probably wouldn't use either one of these, but hey, good starting point. You've got a lot of other ads that you can choose from as well. If you would rather, get a little bit more creative with it, you can. But I wanted to show you guys that you guys can come in here. And I'll take this minute to demonstrate the ad manager as well. So if I pick one of these and go, okay, no closing costs, and I click continue, let's see all the stuff that it sets up for us. And, all right, refresh the page. Well, great example. I'll refresh the page again. Let's see if it comes back through. Drafts. All right. Well, scratch that. I'm not sure why that's not working. Maybe when I refresh and come back, it'll come back later. Anyways, new templates. Always check out the new templates. Now you have a new section to have new templates, ad manager, emails, social posts, websites, funnels. All of these are places where the preloaded templates inside of HighLevel, you guys can go in there and plug those in and start working. All right, lastly, what I want to introduce here is the RSS feature inside the email builder. If you don't know what RSS is, it's pretty freaking cool. It's something, it's old technology. I say old as in we're talking early Twitter days. Early Twitter was based off of RSS. Essentially what it allows you to do is it allows you to subscribe to a website or to a feed, and then you can do stuff with the posts that come from that feed. So for example, the HighLevel change log, okay, if I go to the change log, they have this little RSS button. You maybe have seen this before on other sites. Okay, this little RSS button takes me to a link, right? This is a link to an RSS feed. Would you like to blah, blah, blah? Takes me, so if I just copy this link, this is called an RSS feed link, okay? So what we've done, this is the HighLevel changelog. So an example of how we use this, okay, is that we have it set up so that anytime a post is made in the HighLevel changelog, it automatically creates a task for us in here, creates a card in our ClickUp board. And so each one of these represents a separate update that came from HighLevel. So we never miss an update. We get all of them. They come into here. I move them through the pipeline to see which ones I'm going to cover, which ones I'm not. Really cool. Now, what we could also do with this is we also, thanks to HighLevel, we could come in here and let's say, we have this weekly breakdown one. Let me see if I can, I want to create one off of, let's see, new. I don't want to do that. Let me go here, templates. New, create a template from existing campaign. I'm going to grab my weekly breakdown email, create this as a template. And let's say instead of sending out this video every week, we wanted to make this an RSS feed one. Well, if you look here, we have items over here on the left-hand side. We have RSS header, and then we have the actual RSS item. Okay. So these are all pre-formatted essentially. Now, when I go into here, and let me save this template, for example. Okay, and then I'm gonna create a campaign. Now that I have a template with the RSS information in there, I'm gonna create a campaign, pick my template, grab this one right here. Now, when I schedule this, I can schedule this to go out based off of when an RSS feed is being updated. I can also send this to go out every single day and summarize the updates that were provided from the RSS feed. So this is really, really cool. Obviously, I'm showing you how we would use this, but check this out. This is how it pertains to you. This is something that is untapped for mortgage companies, for mortgage professionals. When I just Googled mortgage RSS feed, the first one that popped up was Mortgage News Daily, okay, which is the one that I figured it would be the one, would be the most prevalent one. So I click on that link, it takes me here, and now there's this full news feed. There's industry news, there's MBS commentary, there's Mortgage Rate Watch, Rob Chrisman, and the daily newsletter, all of which I can set up. I can now subscribe to. If I were to take one of these and paste it into here, boom, these items would populate with what is populating from the RSS feed. Okay, so this is something that you want to test out, see what the formatting looks like, right? See what this will do. But it doesn't take you anything to start. Like if you wanted to set this up and start testing it out, you could literally set up this campaign, only send it to you, and have it go every single day, so that for a week you can see what this RSS email is going to be like, format it the way you want, and boom, maybe you have a daily newsletter that goes out now where you wouldn't have been able to do that before. Guys, this is really cool. I highly recommend doing a little bit of digging. If you're technical at all, do a little digging into RSS feeds and how you can use them inside your HighLevel account, specifically going to these Mortgage News Daily, or again, just Google mortgage RSS feed, and there's a lot of different options in there. Definitely check that out. All right, guys, that is it for this week's weekly breakdown. I'm excited to share with you guys the new A2P Fast Track. Excited to talk to you guys a little bit about RSS feeds. You guys will hear more about that from me down the road. This is something that we're digging more into, and therefore I will be sharing more with you about. If you have any questions on that or any experience with RSS feeds specifically, please reach out. Let us know. I'd love to hear more about how loan officers, how people in the mortgage industry are using this technology. But until then, guys, stay tuned for next week's weekly breakdown. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you at the top.